boy Jay Brooks.
It's Jay Brooks. What's up? Are we on video right now?
We're
Video right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, our friend Jay Brooks has been smiling.
Here we are with an episode. I don't know what we call it. Hey, that'd be a good title, wouldn't it, Mayor?
What's that?
Whatever we call it.
Well, Pickleball Classic days, of course.
Yeah. That's what we're here to talk about actually today, to find out about this. I didn't even know about this thing.
You don't play pickleball?
No, that's for people that are way older than me.
Oh, not necessarily.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Do you play pickleball?
I do. I've been playing probably 7-8 years now.
Really?
And Mason City really had an early start on pickleball. You know, we've got a beautiful 12-court complex over at East Park. If you haven't been over there, I mean, it's very, very cool. And it was one of the first in Iowa, that large and that well equipped. But that's where the Pickleball Classic will be, Jay. And 270 players competing, 6 states, and Mexico will be here.
Really?
Yep.
Now, is this an individual thing or a team
Both.
effort?
No, well, there's men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles. So it's both.
Wow.
Yeah, and you mentioned the age thing. There's age groups. So,
Is it okay? You don't want the 55s played against
the 50 and younger.
Yeah. Oh man, is it a co-ed too? You got
you'll have mixed doubles.
Okay.
Typically when you play, you have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's 4 on a court, 2 on the other side and 2 on this side.
Right.
And you know, it's maybe in between ping pong and tennis somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard you see pickleball everywhere.
I know it.
And you know, if you're interested in playing any morning out at East Park in Mason City, 9:00, they play every day there, except not this weekend because it's the 6th annual Pickleball Classic. Record turnout, 270 people.
It's amazing. I've never heard about the pickleball tournament until like this year. I think a press release or something came out. I'm going, pickleball tournament? What?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
it's a big deal.
This one of the biggest ones in the state of Iowa?
Maybe. It probably is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Right here in Mason City.
Absolutely.
So what got you turned on to doing pickleball?
Well, you know, I've always been kind of a geek. I've never really been into sports that much, and it was something I could do, and I really enjoyed doing it. I played tennis a little bit, still play tennis a little bit. A lot of people cross back and forth between tennis and pickleball, and met some friends. They encouraged me to do it, and I jumped in, and that's how it happens a lot. You know, when we're playing in East Park, a lot of people come by, they're just looking. They want to know what's going on. They're curious about it.
Yeah.
And I just jumped in one day and kind of got my foot stuck in the door, so to speak.
Yeah. Cause you use like a ping pong paddle and you're on a
big ping pong. Yeah.
Yeah. And on a small tennis court.
Exactly. Now, all the pickleball, you know, it's the old tennis courts in Mason City. All of the tennis courts have been converted into pickleball courts now.
Oh, they have.
On the east side of Mason City. Over in West Park, it's all 100% tennis over there.
Huh. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What does it cost to get involved in pickleball?
Nothing. Well, you know, your paddle and you're paddling a ball, but it's very inexpensive sport. I got my paddle, $20 at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can spend as much as you want, but that's really all you need is a paddle, because when you get to the court, usually there's, balls are often provided. And so really all you need is and there's no fee to pay. There's a huge membership organization in Mason City, Pickleball. If you look on the Facebook page, Mason City Pickleball, there's like 300-400 people, that belong to that. But you come in, it's just like using the park.
Yeah. Huh. It's amazing. You need special shoes or just tennis shoes?
I wear tennis shoes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to
don't play when in the rain. It's slippery out there.
Right.
Got to be careful about that.
I didn't know if there's a special giddy up that you had to wear, tank top, t-shirts, what do you?
Depends on how cool you want to be, Jay.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Well, you can set the fashion trend when you get involved. Speaking of this weekend, no, I mean, the weather looks like it's going to probably be all right. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm doing a proclamation declaring pickleball days, classic days in Mason City. That'll be 8:45 a.m. Friday morning, and just honoring, Mandy Prowley is the organization president, and this is the 6th annual tournament. She's put this all together. But in the case of, it's squeegees and towels and a lot of volunteers if there's rain, because we will try to get all the tournaments in,
Sure,
and all the play in. But it looks like maybe Saturday's going to be all right.
yeah. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed that it is. And do you have bleachers out there? People bring their lawn chairs. What?
Both. There's a bleacher set up. There will be food trucks out there, but you're welcome to bring your lawn chair and set it up and enjoy the day. It's great. One thing about pickleball, Jay, is I mentioned I'm not that much of an athlete, but the friendship, the fun, the fellowship, getting to know people, and staying in shape, those are all huge aspects of it.
Yeah. Well, you get a little older, you get a little more fragile, Mayor.
That's what I said about being careful out in the rain.
Right.
Yeah. So far, so good. People do get it, but it's like anything else.
Yeah. There's injuries going to be happening.
Right. Yeah.
You can have the Mason City EMT out there too, courtside.
Boy, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
just in case.
Phone call away. Yeah.
Right. And if they're listening, maybe they're going, I already thought of it. We're going to be there. Oh, boy. So great stuff going on. We've, a lot of stuff going on in Mason City. Of course, the Band Fest kicks off the whole summer. And then 4th of July, had a good 4th of July celebration with the fireworks and everything, right?
Absolutely. It's been a great summer in Mason City, and Mason City is really getting a reputation as, we call it, the outdoor recreation capital of the Midwest. And this pickleball tournament is just one of the many examples of that. I mean, you look at the trails, you look at the Mason City Bike Park, you could look at the Riverwalk, you look at 20 miles of trails, 600 acres of parkland, and it's really becoming a destination for outdoor recreation, Jay, as you know, and I know you love. You love country music and the arts and music. Our history, we've got a great tradition, great history in music, but also in architecture. So you take architecture, music, and now outdoor recreation. We do 100 million in tourism here a year.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about bringing people in and everything, what about hotels? We got a couple of, there's new facilities where people can, lease or buy apartments. You got the hotel.
Well, housing is a big deal. And you're talking about the hotel downtown. We feel good about groundbreaking for that in August. And that'll be right north of the Riverwalk there and attached to the Music Man Square with a conference center and the old Yonkers space in the mall there. And I don't like to get too far ahead of my skis here, so to speak, because we've talked about this before, but I feel, with Kenseth Hospitality, I feel very good about that, but that's not here yet. Yeah, no, and the motel rooms are really booked in Mason City, and the census is very good for hotel rooms in Mason City. But if you're coming into town, you haven't had a chance to get one yet, get booked. And there's also a lot of, friends and family that are involved in pickleball, happy to help out too.
Yeah. So we're going to finally maybe have the Skywalk to Nowhere is going to be filled up, huh?
Maybe we'll do a radio show from up there, during a groundbreaking, Jay. What would you think of that?
Oh, there you
go. Yeah. This is a great vantage point here, but think of doing a show from up at the Skywalk to Nowhere.
Right.
Here, I said that.
Yeah. We got the mayor to say Skywalk to Nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it gets filled in, in the next month or so, or at least started anyway. So, but we're good. Good deal. Mayor Schickel has joined us in case you don't recognize who he is. But I mean, how long have you been the mayor?
Well, I was first elected when I was back a young man your age, Jay, a long time ago. 1989, I was
really
elected for the first time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a great honor serving, it's the best job in town. I just love, serving the people of Mason City. And we've got a great vibe going on right now. There's so much, we've talked about some of it, but I think really, to be able to, if you like each other and want to get things done, anything is possible.
Sure.
And I really feel like we've been able to do that.
Yeah. Huh. So who are some of the candidates that are looking to take your place?
Well, I think when I announced that I wouldn't be running again, and it wasn't an easy decision because, like I say, I love this job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're in a good place. I'm 74 years old, and I think we're in a good place to do it. I thought maybe that slipped by you.
Yeah. And he's a pickleball player. Wow.
But here's the thing: we've got a great team on City Council.
Uh-huh.
We've got a great team at City Hall, great staff. I call it a great bench.
Mm-hmm.
And in our community partners, you and so many other community partners make possible the things we're doing in Mason City, the renovation of the downtown hotel, the historic Park Inn, all of the, the Riverwalk, all of the things that we're doing are possible because of the partners that we have. And we've got a lot of great young leaders
Mm-hmm.
that are willing to step up. So I feel very optimistic that way.
That's good. That's good. What are you going to do in retirement when you're all done?
Get used to not being the center of attention. No, honestly, I don't know yet. I love, being involved, and I intend to stay involved, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll be in a little different role.
Yeah. And playing more pickleball.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Pickleball Classic Days, East Park this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So starts at 9:00 every day.
Yeah, I think that's right. 9:00 every day. Friday morning, 8:45. We'll have a little ceremony. I'm declaring Pickleball Classic Days, and just honoring, the board that puts this together. Lionel Pierce, Deb Nielsen, our president Mandy Prowley, and so many
Mm-hmm.
others that have worked to bring this to Mason City.
That's awesome. And I had no idea until just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, you sit here in the studio, Jay, and you don't necessarily always find out.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I need to listen to Bob Fisher more.
Pardon?
I said I need to listen to Bob Fisher more.
Absolutely, you do. That's a good point. Yeah.
You got to ask the mayor.
And then
program.
Ask the Mayor show.
Yeah. And that's on our northiowanow.com. And
Yep.
And you do that every Wednesday?
Every other Wednesday.
Yeah,
every other Wednesday after the city council meeting. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, in a couple, we got breakfast with Brooks now that we started now at LD's, and you have to jump on that and
look forward to it
and have you come on and recap on how the pickleball tourney came out.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Mayor, it's always good to see you. It's always fun to talk to you and talk technology because it's changed a lot since you were in TV.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing, and your show here in North Iowa is just such a cool thing. It's part of what we do, and it's really, the live, Brooks in the Morning show. I mean, it's something that brings people together. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely. No, I love doing it.
Well, that's obvious, Jay.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And you brought up a point. I didn't even think about it being like the only local.
Well, you're the morning show.
Yeah.
You're the morning show. Yeah. In Mason City, which is really a cool thing, like we were talking earlier, but I've got some history in broadcasting myself. But now today it seems like whether you take this.
Yeah. Right.
And you're on the air.
Yeah.
And so it's really changed it. But to have a dominant show like Brooks in the Morning, that's important because it's a common point for everybody. It builds a sense of community.
Yeah. And whether you like country music or not, hopefully, you tune in.
Yeah.
For a little comedy and get Mayor to say things that he wouldn't say on a news program.
Skywalk to nowhere.
Yeah, right. I love it. We're ending on that one. That'll be the highlight clips of Bob Fisher's newscast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's headline.
Mayor, thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great day and good luck at pickleball.
Thank you, Jay. We'll see you out at East Park.